hit. Trying to move in front. And she does with an ace. Still able to make a play on the ball.
Well, this will help though, won't it? Gee, gets up to this one quickly, takes after it. Nice little touch.
Solid hold. And she does with an ace down the tee.
Goal for the match.
6-3.
Paris in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Congratulations, Mr. Stobart. You got a mystery to solve. Pop goes the weasel. I don't trust that clown as far as I can throw him. Clown comes into a bistro. Kaboom! Kablamo! Kablamestein. Boom times.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me. But the explosion was to change my life forever.
So we got some piece of shit clown coming into a bistro there. Looking for his son. Came in, he had an accordion. Squeeze box to you and I. Then congratulations, Mr. Clown. You got a squeeze bag. Mind if I take a look inside your accordion box for just 1 second? Just 2 seconds. That's all it's gonna take. Let's have a look here. We are stuck in Paris.
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
Yeah, pretty much a wise idea at this stage of the game, right? You just been sipping coffee and then, kablam! Mr. Clown Man has made things go explosion-y.
I considered climbing the lamppost, but it wasn't going to shed any light on the affair.
Ha ha ha! Newspaper?
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
We want you to run a 559 on Salah ad-Din. First name Salah, surname ad-Din. We don't know what the hell's going on here, but we need to get a 596 on that two-piece. Possible situation on our hands here. Thank you. Salah ad-Din, 215. Mo Salah.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Right. We gotta remember, right? This is a crime scene. No disruption of the crime scene at all. We need to wait for the French policeman to arrive. What you call that guy? Gendarmerie or some shit? Those French police. Very slow on the uptake. Down the back there we can see some guy with a pickaxe. A shovel or some shit.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Oh, I'm an
Just make up
American.
your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche.
Oh, I'm being collared here by the French police inside the cafeteria.
What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
Piece of shit's dead.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
That crazy ass move.
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death.
Right.
However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
it seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur.
I want you
Why?
to check
He was
every
no more
outhouse,
real than
doghouse,
Poirot
shithouse
or
with that son
Tintin.
of a bitch,
That's
Lugier.
different, Moo.
Steve Jennings, thank
They
you
were
very much.
comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can. Et maintenant, to business.
I don't know about this guy. I don't trust his
Your name,
football head.
please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
Oh,
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah. I
Apart
guess
from
so.
that bomb.
Apart from the bomb blast.
yeah, right.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed.
Could have been
The
killed.
inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
The deceased enter the cafe. Yeah, I did. I remember seeing that guy. I think he was eyeing up that waitress broad there. That guy with the gray coat looked like a spy. From what I could see, he was a shady individual. Probably had it coming. We'll say yes.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Yeah, that piece of shit clown, right? We seen that clown guy into that.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion?
Squeeze bag.
Bon. The picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one.
So, this guy knows his clown, right?
Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very well. Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
What
That
kind
is
of
all.
cop is this
You
guy?
may go.
38
There's not much
years
to
in the
go on,
force.
monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
So we got some psychobabbler here. We got a French two-piece. Hey, what's this? Who do we have here?
Excuse me, mademoiselle? Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right, on holiday in Paris.
You got a
Some
son
holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was.
right
Yeah,
out front of the cafe, babe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I
I
did.
couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
What's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Right.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. You know,
Right.
an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I
I'll
seen the
just
whole
stick to
thing.
facts,
I
Frankie.
seen the whole
Did
thing
you
with my
see who
very
planted the bomb?
eyes.
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
So we got some POS clown running around Paris, gay Paris, setting off bombs and accordions outside cafeterias, bistros to you and I.
Thanks for the donation. We got warrants.
Saint Denis of Paris. Thank you very much for your kind and generous warrant. You got a son. This warrant's out for your son. Where is he? Thank you.
I want you to check every outhouse, doghouse, shithouse for that son of a bitch Nugget.
Tom and Carrie, thank you very much. Nice game choice, absolute classic. This ain't a game, Tom and Carrie. The only one playing games around here is you and Carrie.
You're going away to Rikers.
Hey, Loeb. Thanks very much, Loeb. You're going away to Rikers. Now, let's see. What did she ask me? A man with an overcoat? Yeah, we seen that guy.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him, but he called me last night.
Plantard.
He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation.
Right. That POS Rosso makes a pretty good psychiatric investigation, man. What about the clown there?
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Well, shit, it's like that, huh? What about Rosso?
Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
What? That guy is weird.
Yeah.
Strange-ass guy.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English from America.
What about that newspaper rag?
I found this newspaper outside the cafe.
That is not a newspaper, it's a gossip rag.
It may have belonged to Plantard.
So, he had a taste for sensationalist smut with right-wing bias. That doesn't tell us much.
There's something written in it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Sounds like a betting tip. The name of the horse and the time of the race. What do you think?
Jesus Christ.
That's what I thought, but the name of the meeting isn't given.
Well, so what? I'm not the least bit interested in horse racing, are you?
No, but it could be a clue to the killer's next move.
Do you think his next victim will be the jockey? Or the horse?
She looked at me with a playful twinkle in her eye. Okay, it's a long shot.
Gotta love that playful twinkle she has in her eye there. It's such a playful twinkle.
Look, the inspector gave me his card.
I didn't know his first name was Augustin. It suits him, I must say.
Right, let's move along here. She's got nothing to say to us here. Tried to ask that broad about this clown. I couldn't gather nothing, but she's got a playful twinkle in her eye, that's for sure. I gotta ask more questions here about this goddamn clown.
Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
'Cause you got a son.
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know.
Right.
And let's get one thing straight right now.
Right.
This is strictly business.
Right.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. Bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon.
You got the phone number? We might go for a drink later on. Let's talk to this guy over here with the pickaxe. My original intention was to go down to that Fontaine and question him about Fontaines he might have seen.
Thanks for the donation. We got warrants.
Oh, Murphy, thank you very much, Owen. We got warrants for your arrest. Open up. You got a son.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a
Right.
mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Maybe this, regular blue-collar, everyday Joe here knows something about that clown I see.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Right. How about the man in the overcoat?
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Girl beat. I could have knocked his block off.
Could have swung that pickaxe at him. Would have done more than knocked his block off. Although, seems though he didn't have to do anything. Wait a few minutes and then kablamo. Clown comes into the cafeteria. Blows that place to smithereens. Still not convinced.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Jeez, he needs to
Regret
clear
and
his
remorse
throat.
are strange emotions.
It's a lot
they
of-
really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
Right. This guy needs to clear his throat. Lot of phlegm in there. Guy's Flemish. I don't trust him. He's a blue collar worker. He's doing his job, but I don't know what he isn't giving me the correct information I need and deserve. Still not convinced he doesn't know shit about the clown, right? He was there with his pickaxe all day, hammering the road. Guy's a liar. The guy knows something. He must have seen something. He's got a son.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Very funny. Very funny.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not.
I'm an
Do I
American.
look like a cop?
I guess not. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
The clown killed the old man?
That's right. Blew him up with a bomb concealed in his squeeze box.
Right in his squeeze
Nah.
box.
But why did he go to the bother of dressing up like a clown?
Who can unravel the tangled logic of a killer's mind? I guess it's some deep-seated psychological need. Or just plain showmanship.
Right. What about this Salah Ad-Din? You know anything about this Salah Ad-Din?
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tja! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say.
Tuna
All
sub.
that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's
Cheeky.
this? Salah-Eddin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is. Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole.
Keep an eye
I want
on
to
my
put some
hole.
money on that nag.
Look at him go. He's off to gamble away the money he's just earned, digging up holes. And I have to stand here and keep an eye on his hole? Guy is an absolute wisecracker.
You're going away to Rikers.
Archipelago, thank you very much. You're going away to Rikers. What we got here? What's in his toolbox?
I found a T-shaped tool in the box. I didn't know what it was, but it looked useful.
So we just picked up a T-shaped tool from this guy's toolbox. What's down here? Salah-Eddin, 1345, Nicole Collard. We got a lovely picture of Nicole's face there. Lovely drawing, replication of her face, her beautiful features captured. Right there. 50482617, right? Maybe we'll give this
Bonjour, Kula.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing.
No.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
Yeah, see ya.
See you later. You got a son. So what the hell's down here? We got something. Can we not go down inside this shaft here? Why has he got to crawl? Why has he got to crouch to look at an envelope there? I don't get that.
The door was securely locked.
It's a portable phone, right? Is that what someone's... Right, I get it. I don't know if we can go this far. We can. Paris in the fall. We should probably go back to that cafeteria there, see if there's any traces of clown there before we move, because I don't want to go sightseeing. I don't know about this mystery. We want to find evidence. We want to gather data.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
You heard the inspector? Go on, monsieur.
It's not gonna let me inside.
I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
That's your job, not mine.
An armed chase? Through the streets of Paris? That's not our style, monsieur. Inspector Rousseau may be unorthodox, but he's not crazy.
Right.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rousseau's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
Right. So we got a 559 on a Salah-Eddin. This clown here could be the devil. We ain't too sure yet. We gotta say our prayers. 'Cause this clown guy, he's not from this realm. He's from the flaming pits of hell. What about the man who got blown to smithereens?
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
Yes,
That
I
is best
do.
left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
He has
Don't
a
let
son.
it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
He's got a son.
I know the identity of the dead guy.
His
His
Plantar.
name was Plantow.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
Yeah.
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
Yeah, what
He
is
is
he doing?
giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho detective stuff?
Of course, Inspector Rosso is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A.
I don't know what the hell this guy has to do here. He's blocking the door frame. Is he? I wish there's no option to sock this guy in his mouth. I'll punch him in his face if I was being blocked from the crime scene. Obstructing a fontaine. Disturbing the scene of the crime.
What do you suppose this tool is used for, Sergeant Moo?
Show him your
It looks
tool.
like something an obstetrician would use, monsieur.
I
Right.
don't think so. I found it in that workman's toolbox.
Guy had
Found
a
it?
toolbox.
I hope you did not steal it, monsieur.
I
Do
did.
I look like a common thief? He asked me to look after his hole and his belongings.
We're
You
looking after
certainly
this
know
guy's
how to
whole,
enjoy your vacation to the fullest,
and we're messing
monsieur.
with his tools.
Did I show you my tools, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
Did I show you my tools, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
Did I show you my tools, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur.
You're looking at
Unfortunately,
25
you
to
did.
life for that donation for
Anaconda G, thank you very much, Anaconda G.
Did I show you my tools, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
Did I show you my tools, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector
Thanks
gave
for
me
the
his card.
donation. We
Yes,
got
monsieur.
more.
Connor,
He wants you to
Connor
advise him if you have
Thornton.
any
Thank you very
information
much.
concerning this case.
And
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him.
also,
But I don't want him
Anaconda
working
G and
psycho
Connor,
weirdness
thank
on
you
me.
very much.
No, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
Did I show you my tools, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
Okay, let's move, let's move. Let me get the hell out of here.
See you later, Sergeant.
Okay, this schmuck ain't gonna let us inside the bistro, so we're gonna have to move over here and see what's going down over here. Right-hand side of the square, the piazza, whatever you call that over in French. Le Square?
You're going away to Rikers.
No, not that. Thank you very much. You're going away to Rikers. Now we got a manhole. We got a window, a barred window here, secure, fastened, closed. No getting through there. We got this bin lid here. Trash can, garbage. Place stinks.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
Your trash can stinks like fish. By the truckload. Where's your son? Let's have a look at this. We got another bin here. Another trash box. Holy shit! Whoa! Whoa! Who put the cat in there?
There was nothing of interest.
Nothing at whatsoever. I thought there was something of interest. Actually turned out zero interest to be had. Maybe these boxes over here. Something in the box over there?
I examined the boxes closely. They were damp and smelly and decidedly empty.
Damp, smelly box says. Let's go down this manhole here and see what's going on downstairs.
I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
Right. Maybe use that tool that you got there. Let's use our tool there. Bring that tool over to the manhole and select tool. That's it.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Stank. The thing stank of fish and chips and urine. That's it, Georgie boy. That's it, George. You get down that manhole, George. USA! 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 We got a son. What we got down here in the corner here? Got something down here? Little red nose?
As I picked
Comic
up the
relief?
plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn.
Yeah, we got beef. Me and this nose here, we got
it was
beef.
the clown's red nose.
Yeah, that POS clown left his nose there. Let's find out where this guy went. Son of a schmuck. Let's go down here, behind the spikes. Spike Jones. So we're in Paris. So let's get this straight, right? We're over in Paris on some crazy ass detail about some schmuck clown likes to go around with his little squeeze box, blowing up cafetières. Now I'm down in the sewers, and the place stinks. Stinks of nose, stinks of rats, stinks of bats, stinks of cats, stinks of hats. What's that? A piece of a rag? Some kind of rag on the ground?
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
The place was an absolute tip. Okay, so it was a greasy rag. Stank of breakfast.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Unsnag the material, George. God knows you need to do that, right? What about up here? Don't tell me we're gonna end up coming up out the hole back where we was meant to, oh, we're in a different place. Hotel.
Hi there. Hold it right there. You sewer rat.
Oh!
I knew you would come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Touch my hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
Okay. Okay, I don't know what I'm looking for. I was down a manhole there. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing here. I sat outside some bistro drinking coffee. You French guys like coffee, right? You make some good coffee. All of a sudden, some crazy-ass clown guy comes into the restaurant with a squeeze box. You know, look like Pennywise, Stephen King's It, Tim Curry. Anyway, guy was an ass. He blow the place sky high, and someone's dead now. You got a son. Tell me more about the clown. What do you know about this guy?
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
Yes.
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
Right.
What? The cafe? Blown up?
Right.
Mon Dieu, that is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
Dressed as a clown.
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu. Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
I
Well,
do.
Yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For
Looking
all
for
I
rats.
know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Yeah, your waste pipes stink, my friend. You need to get them clean. Give us a 559. We need to get a dino rod down to this guy's waste pipes. They're pathetic. And there's a stench. And while you're at it, bring down some baby wipes or something. I've got shit all over my hands. I was down the sewers there. I don't know why. I just picked up a rag. The rag stank of greasy breakfast. Also, I was opening up trash cans down an alleyway. We found a cat. More of that later. Just get the dino rod down here, okay? Tell me more about the clown, wise guy.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
Right. Nice slight. What about the deceased? I hear you got designs on the deceased.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
Plantar.
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Ah, you need some sensible boots.
Wellingtons.
You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Hey. Shut your mouth. You gonna come off with the tongue like that on my sneakers? How about you get me some Wellington boots there, wise guy? What's the matter? Your waste pipes need cleaning again? What about the dame? Nice waitress over there. She was involved in the explosion. You got anything to say about her?
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
Well, that is what I am. I don't know. That's not what I think. That's the actuality of the situation. Jesus, these guys, these French. I don't mean to be Frenchist or anything, but they got some attitude. These guys. You'd think after we saved them in World War II, they'd be thankful for someone like me just crawling out of their sewer pipe, asking for information. But no. It's Mr. Yankee Doodle Doodah wearing his stupid sneakers. What about that briefcase?
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Well, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
This guy is an absolute wise ass. What about that red nose I found downstairs? I think this guy's had enough. I'm not gonna talk to this guy anymore. What about the rag? Should I tell him about the rag? Forget this guy. He's a punk. Maybe the nose.
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
Right. This guy is useless. What about my tool?
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
Just as I thought. You were up to no good down those sewers, weren't you?
One slip and I would have been up to my neck. Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man.
Right, thank you.
I should know.
Finally, some
I
respect.
was in the army.
Right.
When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert.
Me too.
How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was.
So, Dan Scribbler, the icons are out of shot. Would you rather see the icons, everybody there in the chat? Or have you got a son? What if I fit this to screen here? It would mean, moving this window here, making it smaller like that. Like that. You want to see that? Is that better or worse? Icons are good. People want to see icons. Let's stretch that. Make that reach there. Aspect ratio. We got an aspect ratio here. Okay. Maybe, right, maybe there. Okay. Magnifique, Trayvon, lovely, thank you. Everything is lovely. This guy he's got a newfound respect for me since I showed my credentials. I gotta admit, might have been actually a bad idea popping out of the sewer rat there. Asking all kinds of questions about red noses, tools, clowns. This guy doesn't even know me from Adam.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock, his face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no! He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
Desert hyena, right?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
Plantar.
No, it doesn't.
You gotta know this guy, Plantar, right? The waitress too.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
So you don't want to hear about my experiences in the desert?
Not really.
I fought to make this country what it is today.
I'm sure you did.
Hey, we
but
saved
I'm
your
of the sort of
asses.
kind-
World War II. Omaha Beach. Normandy. Tom Hanks. Matt Damon. You seen the film, right? We did all that shit, tough guy. Now tell me about the waitress. I don't want to hear any stories from the desert. Okay? When I hear stories, it feels like I'm out in the desert. Completely bland and uninspiring. Tell me about the broad and the dame.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
This guy's one pretty sick individual. We just met our match here in the sick vibes. I mean, when I was down in the sewers there, I thought it couldn't get any sicker. Now the imagery of this guy, toenails, lovely waitress coming round to go clip. The whole case stinks of rats.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Jesus Christ. You're going away to Rikers. Biped. Thank you very much for helping with the case. Look, we got a pretty sick-ass case going on here. Sick-ass clown going around blowing cafeterias up, cafeterias, whatever you want to call that. Bistro, pie a la mode, petit déjeuner. I was down that bistro grabbing some petit déjeuner, and this sick-ass clown comes by with an explosion device.
Charlie Coffey told me all about it yesterday.
Bruno, baby! Thank you very much. It means a lot, thank you. You gotta keep your tool in your pocket, you say. Can't have you going away to Fleury Morogus prison. Fleury Morogus?
You're looking at 25 to life for the donation.
Prison there? Loeb, thank you very much. What's Fleury, Fleury dash MEROIGIS. And the E had some kind of dash above the name, like that French kind of thing. Was that Sedila? Fada there? What's that shit? I don't know. Let's have a look. Fleury Mérogis.
Le bâtiment des deux de la maison d'arrêt de Fleury-Mérogis, c'est celui qui est réservé aux détenus en attente de jugement. La plupart sont jeunes, privés de liberté depuis des mois, voire des années. Certains n'ont jamais eu l'occasion de voter jusqu'à aujourd'hui.
Vous prenez minimum 2 bulletins de vote. Prenez votre temps, il n'y a pas de souci.
C'est ce qu'il faut.
Dans le bureau de vote installé au rez-de-chaussée, tout y est ou presque le registre, les bulletins, quasiment comme à l'extérieur.
Paris Saint-Germain. Nice. Nike Max. Hey, how can you afford those? You're in prison, right? I actually went down to, what's that place? Foot Locker the other day. They cost, I know for a fact, he's got a Bayern Munich. Yeah, he's got the full Adidas Bayern Munich tracksuit. He's got a nice watch, Nike Air 360s. This guy, he's living the life. This prison sounds pretty. This prison sounds pretty good. You got like Nike. Let's get back to the case. Sorry about it. Forgot about that. Thanks for the tip, Bruno. And Loeb, too. Very, very kind. Thank you. Now let's have a look. Oh, you got here. Clown's nose. You want
Take a look at this false nose.
You want to look at my clown's nose?
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
Right, so we got this clown's nose. Maybe there's a joke there about that nose being able to sniff.
Take a look at this false nose.
Oh, forget it.
You showed me before.
Right. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oily rag we found down in the sewer.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
So you do, huh?
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. Pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Right. What's inside the label?
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck.
We have to go and find the itinerant Romani seamstress. Apparently has this guy's jacket.
Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Right.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
This clown is he's pretty smart for a clown. Hey, sometimes it takes a smart man to play the fool, right? Or a stupid man to play the clown. Or a smart man. Actually, forget that. It doesn't make sense. You got a son. Now, let's have a look here. What about the other rag?
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone had emptied their nostrils into it.
Right. Snot. We're talking mucose.
Did I show you this tissue?
Oui, monsieur.
One more thing about the jacket.
What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name.
Todrick.
Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Wow.
Yes, that's it.
You busted a hole in the case.
I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Right. I think we're done with this guy, right? We go away now.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck,
duty.
Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Right.
I'll let you out.
We're gonna get this guy. Don't you worry about a thing, baby. We're gonna get this guy.
I hope you find your man, Inspector.
Yeah, we're gonna find him. We're gonna find him. When we do, we're gonna bring him to justice. This sick clown, he ain't gonna stand a chance. So now here we go. We down to the phone again. We talk to the broad. Again on that phone piece. We got that Todrick. We might give that Todrick a little buzz he was there. 74980.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
Right.
No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
George.
Thank God. I thought you were the police.
My name
There
is
are
George.
innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
Fontaine.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
You got a son.
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Where's your son?
Go on. I'm listening.
Where's your son? You got a son or a clown?
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
This guy's an absolute trash bag.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
Yeah, Todrick. It's time to stop the games, baby. I ain't come all the way over here to Gay Paris to talk shop on your little telephone. Where the hell's your goddamn son?
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
Where's your son? Todrick. Okay.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
This is lacking in the musical department, so I need to get something on this. Yeah, Todrick. It's like this, baby. We got a badass clown setting bombs off all around the town, each and every bistro, cafeteria. We know you know something, Todrick. Start giving us what we need, baby. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to crack your cabbage with the tool I just robbed from a man. There's a man, Todrick. He's working down there on a manhole. I stole his tool, and now I'm gonna start cracking cabbage over the phone.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
Right, you did. I know well you did.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today.
Poetic kind of shit.
Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's
This
voice.
guy's cold.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Yeah, Todrick. I know you know something about Plantar. You better start spitting dimes, son. Otherwise, you're gonna be measured for a wooden suit.
Did you know that one of your customers was a part-time clown?
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem?
What you mean you don't know anything, Todrick? We're done with you, Todrick. But this ain't the last you heard of me. We're gonna come back for you and your son. Right after we find out what the hell else is going on elsewhere with other people, right? Thanks, Todrick.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Yeah, thanks for nothing, actually. Disregard my pleasant tone on the first thanks. Oh, he's gone. Okay, let's move. Maybe back to the cafeteria. Maybe this guy can tell us some more stories.
Sergeant Moo?
Please go away, monsieur.
Right. I want some more information, Moo. I found a red nose down there. Down in the, that sewer pipe.
I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
Right, well, it's funny how, Inspector Rosso's name is Rosso, which is red, right? You know, over in Italy or somewhere. The homeland. And we got a nose down in the sewer pipe. That's red too, right? Something's not going right here. Something's going wrong.
I've tracked down the clown's movements, Sergeant.
Is that so, monsieur?
Yeah. There's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No, he changed into ordinary clothes by then.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
He didn't, but all the clues add up.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
Right. It's a good point. It's a pretty good point you made there, Moo.
I believe this material came from the clown's clothing.
I bet
If you are right, monsieur, then the clown must be an Englishman.
Well, how do you figure that?
Only the English would wear a suit made from material like that.
Don't you like the English?
It is not so
Those
much
guys
a question
those
of
guys
liking,
wear anything.
rather one of taste. They have none.
Sports Direct. Right, let's go here and click that.
Did I show you this material, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. It is horrible.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way! This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
Okay, I think this guy ain't gonna give us nothing.
See you later, Sergeant.
Sergeant Moo is fast becoming one of my most hated people in this small collection of people we have.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Yeah, don't disturb that, Georgie boy. Don't implicate yourself in this cluster F any further than you have to. Clusterfuck. I need background. Yeah, we got Sarah Snake there saying they need background on this game. Not making any sense. LOL. I think that's laughs out loud. Okay, I'll relay that message. We don't know what's happening either, Snake, so stay frosty out there, right? Okay, let's have a look here. We got Eiffel Tower, post of police. Yeah, it should go back there. Sorry about that. We want to call this broad we met, right? The scribe. Right. Nicole Collard.
Bonjour, Coulard.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
Thanks. We'll see you later. Actually, I'm gonna have to insert myself in the future. One-on-ones like that. So we know where this broad's apartment is. We go down the street here. And, maybe, just maybe, her apartment is on the map. Oh yeah, Ruggieri. Here we go. Let's go down to Ruggieri. Rue is, French for street. You got a son. Shop windows.
It wasn't the style of the clothes in the shop that caught my eye, but the prices. The same amount of money would feed a starving family for the rest of their lives. I guess people who buy that kind of stuff don't have a problem with their consciences.
Right, fashion, climate change, all that stuff, it's very relevant now. Hey, it was relevant then, it's still relevant today. Not much changes, right? I often say
The
today,
window was
today is
full
yesterday.
of overpriced
repackaged.
clothes for overprivileged women.
Overprivileged women. What about this tree? The orb. No, we don't want to go down there. Back. In there? No. This doorway here. Actually, before we go to the doorway, let's go and ask this woman over here some questions. She seems to know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
Right, George. You tell her. Maybe we can ask her something about maybe we'll get our palm read. Let's go for some mystery here.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
10 francs, please, my dear.
This
10
wise guy.
francs? That's a ripoff.
Please yourself.
Absolute rip. No, thank you. Maybe, yeah. 10 cents. It's not too bad.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
Just give her the money,
If I knew
George.
that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Right. See you later, lady. We're done.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
I will what? Didn't even hear that. Oh, maybe we will. So maybe we will see her later. Right.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
Well done, George. Now we have to go back to this lady again. Can't believe she
hi.
was right. We have to come back to her.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Maybe show her the cloth. Says Stare Chicken. Let's have a look. Maybe she knows something about the cloth.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
She knows something about the snot.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
About those flowers you're selling there. Same flowers that was the clown. Was the clown holding a flower? Something like that in the beginning. You got a son.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Thanks for telling me.
I know this broad she knows more than she's making.
What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me.
Right, okay. What about Nicole?
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street.
I tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that a million times. It's the damp. The whole building is like a sponge.
Thank you very
It
much.
sucks up the moisture from God
Appreciate
knows
that.
where.
You mean the door is stuck
You got
because it's
some.
swollen?
That is correct.
Congratulations.
There is an art to opening it. Don't shove it hard. Just give it a gentle nudge above the lock.
Okay, so she
Thanks
knows
for
how
the
to break
advice.
into the apartment. That's pretty good. Don't shove it hard, just a nudge. Thank you.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Again with the you wills. This broad, she's playing mind games with me. It's kind of trickery I don't like.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Push that baby just above the lock. Enter the building. Up to, straight in the door. No questions, no knocking.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
Bruno, I want to say thank you, Bruno.
Eh bien?
Pat as well.
And what have you been up to?
Thank you
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
You got a son.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume.
He
I guess he
stank
was
fish.
in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And doo-doo.
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Right.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it?
Your
He told me
photographs
to drop his
stink.
story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
That's it.
That covers
Militant
just about everyone.
minority extremists. I heard something on a newspaper, 1345, Sala 18.
May I use your
or something.
telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
I'm not buying it. Now, we have to hit up here next. Todrick? Is that Todrick guy?
Hello? Who is this?
Yeah,
Mr.
Todrick.
Todrick?
Oh, it's you again.
Fontaine.
What now?
You got a son? Todrick? Nothing.
Forget it.
Okay, Todrick. Let's see. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
How did Plantow get your name?
Well, the newspaper, La Liberté, had written an article linking 2 unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantow said he
Clown.
could
He's
supply
wearing a
me with
costume,
more
right?
information.
Clown costume.
Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
So, if he knew, what, he's psychic too?
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom.
Yippity-doo-dah.
Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grew up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
Snowman, right. Interesting. Interesting. Tell me more about the clown.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy
Looney
like that.
Tooney left.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
Right. What else did this clown do? Did he kill anyone else?
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Premature death. It's not something we want around here. Inspector Russo, you know anything about that crackball?
Rosso didn't blink when I told him about the clown. It's as if he already knew.
That is typical of a cold fish like Rosso. I've seen cheeseburgers with more spunk.
Gotta tell you something now. I'm gonna use that in the future. I've seen cheeseburgers with more spunk. Yeah, that's got something to it. Okay, let's have a look. I found a little red schnozzle down in the sewer there.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
She doesn't care.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde.
Yes.
Masks and costumes.
We're cracking
It's
this
a costume
case.
shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Sure he
Why
does.
don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, he might have had a cold.
He might. You don't want to catch anything. This time of year, getting into the winter between autumn, it's not good. You catch something, it'll find it hard to shake that. About this piece of jacket.
I found a piece of material near the cafe.
You're going away
When
to
I showed it
Rikers.
to the concierge, he recognized it right
Thank
away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made.
Farm, thank you.
Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Salah Ad-Din. This could be connected to that wise guy Salah Ad-Din.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Because Frank.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Do you want this photograph back?
She
No,
said no,
you keep it.
George. She said no. What about this tissue? You want to see this tissue?
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Tell me more about yourself.
How about you?
There is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Gee.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Sorry about
It's all
that.
right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Papa don't preach, huh? Sorry to hear about the... Hope you're okay. You're not too messed up after that. Look, you want to go for dinner around 7?
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
Me too.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
They used to call me Sammy Spudhead. 'Cause all I ate was those goddamn spuds. Let's say me and you hit up the potato gratin restaurant around 7 or 8. I got a reservation down there. See you later, sweetie.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
All right, let's go. Let's get the hell out of here. What more can I ask?
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but, well, I had a job to do.
Kind of scary, but let's do this anyway. Let's get the hell out of here, Georgie boy. We ain't got nothing. There's nothing for us here, George. Clown nose one more time? No, telephone? Or...
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Todrick.
Thanks.
Let's call Todrick again. Okay, let's call... Oh, we got a clown picture on the back of this. He's very good. George is very good. with the pen there. Let's call our boy.
Hello? Who is this?
It's
George Stobart again.
What now?
Where's your son? Do you know anything about the whereabouts of your son?
Did you make a suit for a man with a scar on his face? A scar in the shape of a crescent moon?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Tell me where I can find
Where
him
can
and
I
I'll leave
find
you
him?
alone.
And if I don't,
I won't leave you alone.
I can't tell you anything unless you give me his name.
Fontaine. We do that, Fontaine.
Do you know where I can find the guy with the scar?
I told you. Without a name, I can't help you.
Fontaine. The name is Fontaine. Okay,
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Okay, we're gone here. We're done.
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
Where?
I guess I could visit the costume shop.
Good idea.
Lovely overture. Beautiful overture.
Expecting to experience the scent of the flowers. What I got was traffic fumes.
Traffic fumes.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. How's your girlfriend?
She's
not my girlfriend, right?
Maybe not yet. But I see your paths entwined in the future.
I doubt it.
Tell me more about this girl.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now, don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
For what? Too proud for what? To have her palm read by you? What about this picture?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
He's a killer.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, dear.
Okay, there's nothing really you can do for me. Maybe read my palm.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Strange talk.
What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Oh, they're no use to me.
Sensual.
I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
Right. Sensual, you say, right? Tell me more about the sensual stuff. We gotta go.
See you later.
Sorry, see you.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Again with the you wills. Let's get the hell out of here, George. There's nothing for us down here. Place is a dump. Back to the map. We got a new little place on our map here. We got a Le Risée du Monde. Something of the world or something. I don't know. The rise of the world. I don't know. The police post. Police station, right? Is that son of that SOB Moo standing right behind the desk there? What if he knows anything about that SOB Plantard?
Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident. It would help us to know where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Where's Rosso?
Ah, why did you not say?
Where's Rosso at?
May I see Inspector Rosso?
He's not here.
Where's
But
Rosso?
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
About that clown. You know anything about that clown guy?
Have you had any reports concerning a suspicious clown?
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. 3 arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture with balloons. Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me.
No, What about Moo? That POS Moo is helping Rosso on the case. I don't like the cut of his jib. The way he was trying to come off down there by that bistro rubbed me up the wrong way. Moo. Detective Sergeant Moo. You know anything about that clown?
Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids.
He's a lonely man.
He's not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rosso. Like Laurel and Kitten. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy.
I want you to check every outhouse, doghouse, shithouse for that son of a bitch Newgate.
Jamie O'Hare, thank you very much, Jamie. Thank you very much.
Do you know anything about Rosso's psychic techniques?
I cannot comment on my superior's methods. All I will say is that Inspector Rosso has an impressive record.
He's a good detective?
One of the best. He's a man of honor, with a fine sense of duty.
You wouldn't say he was a screwball?
Problematic.
Look to his face, monsieur.
Okay, let's have a look. You know anything? Let's get the hell out of here. This guy's...
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur, I do not. I have no memory for faces.
About this clown?
I found this red nose near the Café de la Chandelle Verte.
A clown's nose?
That's right. The guy who wore this is a savage killer.
If you say so, monsieur.
He's a rat bastard.
Are you certain you don't know this man?
Oui, monsieur.
What about the snot?
I found this tissue.
What the hell is that?
It's evidence.
Evidence of what? Mayonnaise smuggling?
The sticky stuff is grease paint.
Ah, and that is supposed to make me happy, is it? I suggest you think long and hard about what you are doing with your life, monsieur.
Hard. Okay, see you later.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Thank you for nothing. Thanks for nothing. Can I go upstairs? Can I go in the back room there? I'll just leave. Let me use these phones on the wall here. Call Nicole up. Ask her if we're still on for 7 p.m. at the Potato Gratin House. Let's have a look here. Nicole.
Hello, Coulard.
Hey.
It's George.
It's
What's
George.
new?
Nothing. I'm not sure what I should be doing.
Why don't you start by tracking down the killer's movements?
Right.
Huh?
You've got the photograph I gave you, haven't you?
Yeah, sure.
I still
Well,
have that.
somebody must have seen him.
Let's see. She's gone. We gotta go back to the scene of the crime. Oh, go up to that Rise Dumont or something. Let's start showing that photo around. See, oh, clown. Okay, here we go. Clown shop. We're in a clown shop, right? That guy, we got our guy. He's wearing a blue suit. We're gonna need a SWAT team here. Shoot to kill on sight. We found our clown. He's wearing a blue suit behind the desk. His cheeseburger's got spunk. Stay frosty out there.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome.
Leave the mundane world behind, for in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I bet it is. Where's the bomb?
I don't want a costume.
Didn't
Where's
you
the
ever
bomb?
dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister.
We got
and
ourselves
I
a
think I
live
would
wire
be
here.
silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Tell me about the goddamn clown.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then, I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
Right.
The clown I'm looking
about the
for
last
is a cold-blooded killer. Give me his name, and I'll see he's brought to justice.
I'd help you if I could, but you can't expect me to remember all my customers. You see, the clown costume is our most popular line, monsieur. On average, we hire out more than 30 clown suits a week. You'll have to give me more to go by. A description, perhaps?
Something strange here, Fantine. We only met this guy 2 moments ago, and he's talking about sharing lingerie with his sister. This guy's in on the act, Fantine. Where's the goddamn bomb that you sold that clown? Tell us. We won't set you away for a long time, man.
How come clowns are so popular?
I think it has something to do with their unpredictable nature.
Personally, I think clowns should be banned, along with mimes.
Oh, come now. Who doesn't love clowns?
Me, for one.
Right. About this.
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Photograph.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui? He was here this morning.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
Jesus Christ.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
About this tissue.
I have already given you my professional opinion.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur.
Hopefully
Allow
our
me
boy-
to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
Don't touch him. He's a clown.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
This guy's a
You
clown.
did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Right. Let's get the hell out of there. Okay. Cafe. Back to the cafeteria. Bistro. I wonder if this guy's horse came in.
Hey, you!
What do you want now?
I want to know more about this photograph here.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
What about the handshake?
Would you like to shake hands with me?
No, I wouldn't. One of the real pleasures of being rich is not having to be polite.
So you're rich, but you gotta work the blue collar.
What do you make of this clown's nose?
It would be more amusing if you were wearing it.
Very funny. What about the snot rag?
Do you recognize this tissue?
Certainly not.
What about the tool I stole from the box here?
I borrowed this tool from you while you were gone.
Keep it. I can afford to buy a new set now.
What? That horse. So your horsey porsey came in, right? Let's get the hell out of here. You're dead to me.
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
Right.
Thanks for the donation. We got warrants.
Rory the murderer. Yeah, Rory. We got warrants for your arrest, Rory. First, we want to say a big thank you for that kind, generous tip. Tips ain't gonna do you much use when you're sweeping floors with toothbrushes down in San Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, they built a new prison under his name. You go in there tomorrow, pack your bags and your toothbrush. Thank you. Thank you. Holy smokes, Fontaine. He dropped a nuclear deuce to the dramatic music. Congrats. We can go down here now. I have to check that door first.
Hi there, remember me?
The man with the ghastly pipes.
Mary, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
Rather you than me, monsieur. That reminds me, someone's been impersonating you. Came sniffing around just after you'd gone. Bold as brass. He tried to tell me he was a policeman. Inspector Rousseau, he claimed. I didn't tell him I'd been talking to you, not hours before.
Thank goodness. Impersonating a police officer is a serious offense. A man with so little respect for the law must be desperate.
Yes, my father used to say, desperation opens the door to the devil. He was always coming out with things like that. Stupid man. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur.
It smells good, right?
A policeman with a sense of humor.
You want to shake my hand?
Shake my hand? Go on, shake it.
You're joking, aren't you? Nothing personal, but you've been mucking about down the sewer.
Smell of success. What about, that photograph?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, I do. It's that villain I told you about.
Right. So we've asked all the relevant questions here. Let's go.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Bag of boxes says taser this guy. We don't have a taser. We've yet to acquire ammo. Or ammunition. Moo.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
How do you do?
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
I told you, no, monsieur.
Right, you're useless. There's a grease paint.
See you later, Sergeant.
Where would I go for grease paint?
I considered climbing the lamppost, but it wasn't going to shed any light on the affair.
Right. I think we go back down. Grease paint. Now that we know where the grease paint is from, we gotta do something with that grease paint. Okay. Cafe Ruggieri, back to her house. Larice Dumont, we were up there already. Back to the police with the grease paint. Could be the only way, could be the only thing to do with that, right? We found evidence.
Hi, it's me again.
Again?
Yes, I spoke to you earlier.
But of course. It is Monsieur Hardy.
Stobart. George Stobart. Don't you want this tissue?
No, I do not.
Are you certain you don't know this man?
Oui, monsieur.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Telephone. I bet you there's somebody we gotta call, right? Todrick. Now we have a
Hello?
name.
Who is this?
I think.
Do you know where I can find the guy with the scar?
I told you. Without a name, I can't help you.
Thanks, Todrick, for nothing.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
This Todrick guy's really boiling my potato right now. He needs to get steamed. In the face. So, maybe back to Nicole's house. Flash that tissue and see what she has to say.
Hello again.
Hi, George. Have you traced the clown any further?
No.
Did you phone the tailor who made his jacket?
Yep.
Taylor made the jacket, right? So what else? We got this tissue here.
Did I show you this tissue?
Find out it's
Yes,
grease.
George. I asked you to get rid of it.
You want to shake the hand that shook the
The
world?
guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag. A practical joke.
Great fun.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Great
Okay,
fun.
okay. I get the picture.
Want to see this tool?
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Yes, you showed me before.
I showed you the red nose, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Why don't you pay a visit to the shop it came from?
I already did, but the manager couldn't help me.
You shouldn't give up so easily, George.
Back to him again, huh?
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
Where?
I could go back to the costume shop. Or maybe I should go look for Rosso.
Let me know if you find anything.
I
I
think
will.
Rosso is a lost cause. Guy is down the bistro all day, stuffing his face. He doesn't want to talk. You can't call the shop, Stitch. You can't call the shop. You have to go back to that shop. We got a cold case here. We got a greaseball clown setting off bombs. We don't know where the hell he's got them. This guy knows more than he's letting on, I can tell. He's weird. He's a weird.
Excuse me.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very
the pixie.
smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
We got Mr. Khan. Imran Khan.
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Khan.
Now we're getting some answers. We're getting somewhere here.
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur.
Good man can. Do you want to shake the hand?
Do you want this buzzer back?
No, you keep it.
Okay, we got Stare Chicken. Thanks for the help there. We got to call Todrick.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
We
My
have the name.
pleasure,
Now we have the
monsieur.
name. Todrick's gonna have to answer some very hard questions. I should have pressed this guy hard. What the fuck was that about? That came out of nowhere. Todrick time. Sadiq Khan. Yeah, Todrick. How's it
Hello?
going, baby?
Who is this?
We've got a name. It's Fontaine. I mean, Khan. Do you know anything about Khan, Todrick?
I found out the name of the guy I'm looking for.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's Khan. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know.
Thanks,
now
Todrick.
I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Mr. Clown's going bye-bye. Where do we go now? Out the door? Maybe to the apartment. We got a bit. We're going down to Hotel Ubu. We need SWAT teams. We need everything. Everything you can grasp. What about this guy? Pie in the sky.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know a guy
Yeah.
named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
I'm sorry to be a burden on your brain.
Burden on your brain.
You ever meet a guy called Plantow?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Right in the kiss. I like this guy. Maybe we can go for a drink before I meet that broad at the Gratin restaurant. Don't you like beer, whiskey? What do you drink? Tell me more about this clown nose I got here.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
About this photograph.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No, I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. Nope, I don't.
About this tool.
What do these... Oh, never mind.
Shake my
hand?
Nah.
Oh, rats.
poor script there.
Do you recognize this tissue?
Think carefully now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh!
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
Ooh!
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a used tissue with a liberal dump of Bestheimer's number 12.
If you say so.
George comes out with some stupid shit, I have to say.
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
That whole time's up, time's up. Yeah, if you talk like that around me, I'd punch him in the face. Let's talk to this guy.
Excuse me.
Charlie Coffey told me all about it yesterday.
Shocking French accents. Thank you very much. I don't know what you mean, shocking French accents.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No. That name means nothing to me.
That's Italian.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and...
I told you, I don't know it.
Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan.
Thanks for the donation. We got warrants.
Fontaine, thank you very much for the donation. We got warrants. Thank you.
Forget it.
Check this inside this hotel here. Debussy-esque.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought, but never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans.
Anne
Don't let that
Widdecombe.
intimidate you, George. Beneath that
I think
impressive...
we've come across Anne Widdecombe in the Rosso, the Hotel
May be
Ubu.
blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Yeah, Imran Khan.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
The wizard, right? He show you his wand?
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
This photograph, you know this guy?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
What about the rag, the nose?
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Ah, Mr. Merlin, perchance.
That's him.
So Merlin is a clown and he's a killer, right? And he spurned her love or her bosom or something? Look at this tissue wrap.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Good God, no.
I just thought the smell might be familiar.
Please, darling, put it away. I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
One more with the Khan.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is.
Yeah,
I'll bet
me
they
too.
had something to do with
Plantar's
Plantar's briefcase. Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would.
Merlin, Sevlin.
I have to go, ma'am. Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
That's Salah.
That is me in person.
Salah.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Salah.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
the clown, a guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have. What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
Cultural
What about
cleansing
the mines? Did you
of
get
clowns.
them too?
All gone. Our streets are mine
Thanks for the donation.
Sounds like
warrants.
Dan Scribble. Thanks very much, Dan. Appreciate that. You're helping with the case. Appreciate that.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Upstairs, check these rooms out. There's gotta be something down here, right?
The door was locked. The door was locked. The door was locked.
Can't check out these other doors here. We could climb into the plant pot or something. No, nothing down there.
Thanks for the donation. We got warrants.
Ned, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ned. You got a
There was no one registered under the name of Khan. If the killer was staying here, he'd used a different pseudonym. I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats.
Rats, my ass.
Do you know a man named Plantow?
No, monsieur.
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand.
Right, the clown guy.
Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. Thanks for your help, buddy.
The piano, right? Beautiful instrument.
I have the address of the killer's hotel.
If you're going to pay him a visit, take care. Remember, that guy's a professional.
Thanks. I'll be fine.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
There's a shakedown here.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Let's go down this alley here. Get away from these bozos. Fast.
I want you to check every outhouse, doghouse, shithouse for that son of a bitch Noogie.
Sate Deadzy Eights. Sate Deadzy Eights. Thank you very much. You got a son. What the hell's going on here? Doesn't even want to check out any of these things, huh? What a waste of veneria. Okay, Hotel Ubu. I think we go back to the post of police now. We have a name. We know where his apartment is. Oh, look, Rosso's back. And there's Moo. Jesus Christ. Thank God. I was worried. Moo will talk some sense.
Excuse me?
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure.
Tell me about the bozos.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the hotel with the
Outside
clown
the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
Right.
What are you going to do about Flap and Guido, Sergeant?
I'm going to bust them, monsieur. For years I have been hoping to pin something on that pair.
Crack their
Now's my
cabbages.
chance. I'll show them. And the inspector.
Thanks, Sergeant. Thanks for taking me seriously.
I'm only doing my duty, monsieur.
Good man, Moo. What about, Khan?
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
He's the cat
Yes.
that did it.
I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume. Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, please.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. Stobart is here to see you, monsieur.
Did he say what it was
Thanks
about?
for the donation.
No,
We got
monsieur.
warrants. Special Agent Dix.
Very well.
Thank you very much, Special Agent. Appreciate that. Thank you. We got warrants.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobart. My mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
But
I've been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
You're going away to Rikers. This guy knows something I know well he does. Russo. Ooh, thank you very much for the tip. You're going away to Rikers. This Moo guy and this Russo, Porco Russo down there. They're not telling me everything they know. Now look at that tan on Russo's arms and head. He's been on holiday, right? Santa Cruz, South France, Marseille, Cannes. Let's push these guys.
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobart.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
Right. Tell me more about him, so.
I heard that the bomb victim's
Plantar.
name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
What was that psycho-detective business you did in the cafe?
It is my theory that the passions evoked in violent crimes create ripples in the ether, invisible to all but the possessor of a highly developed and receptive mind.
I'm impressed. Can you bend spoons, too?
I didn't think a man of your obvious intelligence would stoop to mockery.
I'm not mocking. I've had personal experience of the power of the mind. I used to get ignored at parties until I read a book that changed my life.
Eckhart
Really? What
Power
was it
of
called?
Hypnotism for fun and profit. He looked at me as if I'd farted at a
Dude,
funeral.
I like that one.
The power of mesmerism is a rare gift, not a party trick.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No.
It's the face of a killer.
The man who bombed the cafe?
The photograph was taken soon after the explosion. He'd escaped through the sewers, leaving a trail of clues behind him.
Circumstantial evidence, Stobart. None of it proves a thing.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
I'd imagine it means you have not given up your pursuit of the clown.
You're absolutely right. I found this tissue in the sewer.
It would have been best if you'd left it there.
You're not going to try any of that psychic interrogation on me, are you?
Do you find the thought of my probing distasteful?
Let's just say I'd rather you didn't. I've got more doubts than Doubting Thomas when it comes to mysticism.
Too bad. I think you would make an interesting subject under controlled regression.
The day I let anyone mess with my mind hasn't dawned yet.
Right, you want to shake my hand, Russ?
Would you care to shake my hand, Inspector?
Please don't be offended if I decline your offer, Stobbard. The palms of my hands are particularly sensitive.
Did I show you this photograph?
Oui. You're still convinced he is the killer?
Absolutely. So long, Inspector.
We exhausted all avenues with Russell. He's not giving a shit. Sorry about the language. Music sucks ass. Back to the hotel, Shane? Is that right? I was gonna call the broad, but fuck it. We'll take the matters into our own hands. We don't need these clowns. Clarinet solo really got to me there. Really hit me in the feels. Hotel Ubu. These two wise guys again. Flap.
The door was
August
locked.
Jack.
The door was locked.
Are you serious?
The door was locked.
Maybe that son of a bitch down there at the... Sorry about the language. That SOB down there on the desk. Goddamn ears. Who did the volume mixing on this?
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Room 22 was Merlin, right?
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Maybe I can use the tool on room 22. I got a tool in my puss. I can use that.
What now, monsieur?
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
Outside,
No,
go outside.
Not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur. Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either. Thanks for your help, buddy.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Scarface. You know that guy Scar?
I have to go, ma'am.
No. No. Scar.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
So I showed the piano broad the picture. There's nothing's going on there. Nothing's going on.
Can you think of any use for this tool, ma'am?
I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
I have to go, ma'am.
Fuck.
Hello. Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective. What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
This is a photo of Khan, right?
Khan.
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Fucking hell, man. That piano. I'm sorry, the piano. It's driving me nuts. I can't even think straight.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You were trying to steal that key, no?
No way. Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
I need the key. Can you play some stupid tunes to,
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
I guess I am.
Good heavens, I must be dreaming.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
I'm hoping it's the key to Merlin's room.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
Thought she was gonna play the piano. I was about to end it all. The stream, that is.
I say! You there! Flunky!
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
Go on, George. Go, George. Get that key, George. Fuck. Get the hell out of there, George. The hell out of there while you can, while you still got your mind. You can hear that piano in the back.
The door was locked. The door was locked.
It has to be the last door. If it's not, then I don't know, but I can't take anymore.
The door was locked.
Okay. Okay. Use the key. I was trying to use the key. There was no option to use the key. There was no option to use the key. Oh, there is an option. Sorry.
The door was locked.
Did not see option to use key. Thank you.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Try the other door. Skeleton key or what the hell? A new scene.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
The hell is camphor? The hell is camphor?
There was nothing in the wardrobe.
Camphor. Mothballs.
The door was locked. It wasn't the right key for the door. The door was... It wasn't the right key for the door. The door was locked.
Use his nose here. No, nothing. Through the window. I want to be careful here. Jesus Christ, thrilling part of the game here, guys. We got a thrilling part of the game.
If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobart didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Mama Stobart. She married Eddie Stobart, the truck man. They made George. What's on this desk over here? Anything here? Out the window? Bedtime? Anything on the bedside cabinet?
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed. The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
So, our killer doesn't like to sleep. We've got that. We know that, right? And again, we know, George. We know.
The bed was freshly...
We know, George. Inside the cupboard there. Let's have a look. You're looking at 25 to life for that donation, Fontaine. Mark, Detective Sweet Beast, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. This is a point and click adventure here. Through the door now. We can go through this door. Wow. What the hell is this?
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Khan. That was Khan. Hide in the cupboard, George. Hide in the cupboard, George. Piece of shit, Khan. What the hell? You see, his face was so funny. Please, I wish I got it. I could see that again. Look at his face. Can't believe Khan just walked in here, grabbed his suit pants, and then walked out again. He looked like E.T. Somebody in the quib in the chat says that George looked like E.T. on bath salts. We follow this clown, this bozo. Okay, look, back to the bed again. We tried that bed, Dad.
The door was locked.
You goddamn serious? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, right?
The door was locked.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, this is like, some kind of torture. Maybe they use this game in, Abu Ghraib, or that place out in Cuba. Guantanamo Bay. I'm gonna stick it out. I don't care what you say. We checked the bed, we checked the mirror, we checked the lamp, we checked the door, we checked the cupboard. Back there, no, nothing. What the fuck is that? Somebody left some green pants, green jacket. He changed his jacket on the bed. Stealing.
I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Hans Gruber. Simon Gruber. So now we know about
There was
Gruber.
nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants.
We've got him. We've got him. Wow, this quest is really picking up pace, huh?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Tell me about the hell is this? Tell me about
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Right.
Uh-huh. This guy probably has 1,000,000 faces. I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
Do you want this key?
No, thank you, darling.
Right.
I have to go, ma'am.
Yes, the chicken. This is, apparently it's gonna turn into a Dan Brown Da Vinci Code situation anytime soon. We don't know. And, if I am mistaken, the guy who made this, apparently said that the Da Vinci Code guy, Dan Brown, ripped off his idea.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
This guy's a waste of space.
What now, monsieur?
Tell me about the matchbook I found in Merlin's room.
Does mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
A bad minced steak.
No, monsieur.
What about this key I stole from you?
Do you recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Ubu.
May I ask how it found its way from the little book to your pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist. If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not spécialement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
I'm gonna... I
Thanks for your help,
can't
buddy.
take anymore.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but
Maybe
the name
go
in
to
the
the
book for
telephone
room
there.
22 was Merlin.
You goddamn Merlin guy.
Bonjour, couleur.
Hi, it's George. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
What the fuck? I can't believe this. What about Todrick?
That guy again.
The fuck out of here. Need to get the hell out of here.
Jesus Christ. Trying to crack the case here. There's a clown running around the city in bombs. I'm in hotels, climbing through windows, getting beaten up by these guys.
Hold it right there. Search him again, lad.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay. Let him go.
Okay, back to the cafe. Place is being boarded up. Can't go any further than that. So if I know what about this Moo guy, I don't know who the hell else I gotta talk to there. It's just those two cops, Moo and Rosso. They don't know shit. Actually was down there in Nicole Broad's apartment. And she don't know shit.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
I got the key. Thanks for your help, ma'am. Do you want this key?
No, thank you, darling.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
Would you like to keep Merlin's pass as a memento?
No, darling. My broken heart is reminder enough.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George! Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but...
What's the problem?
He isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
Hey, he's got some mints. Look at that. There's more mints in that wok than I got in my freezer.
Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually works.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of
Sugar
parchment.
stepping.
I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
More mints than Mama's ragu. Not that tone again. He's filing his nails there behind the desk. Save the game. Somebody's telling me to save the game. Slot 1. Potential game over screen. Save game. Throw manuscript down to the alley from outside window.
we see why there's a game? Fuck it, let's do that. The door was locked.
The door was...
The door was locked. Can't even hear what. I can't even hear the noise here.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Good job. I thought it was gonna land in the little puddle stream there, but it didn't. Thank God. How did he put this out, Loeb, with the sound so fucked? Well, I suppose there is text on the screen, too. And you'd have to wonder. You would have to wonder how much all this cost back in the day.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Oh, I see. These guys would have taken the manuscript.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Very close to losing the whole game there. There was no save or anything. Imagine that, if you will.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I
Were they
couldn't
really,
wait to
though?
get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
Back to Nico. Glad we don't have to go through the rigmarole of doing all that traveling around.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
Something like that. I imagine the clown has something to do with this.
It's a medieval manuscript.
Some Dan Brown.
Khan left it in the safe at the Ubu.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Exactamundo. Here we go.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades.
Right.
This guy, named
Whoa.
Hughes de Payen,
Look at the
arrived
animation.
one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the end of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, George. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it.
Clown man.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking? I'd better get back to searching for that clown.
Okay. I'm going to research the Knights Templar.
I still wanted to ask her about Khan and the manuscript, but looks like Georgie, I hit the wrong button there. What about her? Maybe she knows about this goddamn clown.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, but I can tell you one thing. There's no such place as the Club à la Mue in Paris.
Can you tell me anything about this security pass?
I can tell it doesn't belong to you.
How come?
Give me some credit. If you're an electrician, I'll eat my antirrhinums.
You're a remarkably talented lady.
She sucks.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Again with the you wills. Okay, I'm going back to search for that clown.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. I'm going to investigate the Knights Templar. Great writing. You wouldn't have that in a modern game.
You're looking at 25 to life for that donation for Dane.
Thank you very much, Brian Lynch. Thank you very much for a kind-hearted tip. Appreciate that. You got a son, Brian Lynch.
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clown's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobineau.
Lobineau?
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who
Lobineau.
gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. André isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobineau guy?
At the Kroon Museum. I'll give you the address.
What about the buffalo?
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover? It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
What about the shield man, the knight?
A knight with a crystal ball. There's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Right. What about this old lady there with the... She's got a mirror.
There's a
She's
woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
I like to punch this guy in his nose.
Maybe I'll check out the Kroon Museum.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
Off to the museum we go, the Louvre. But before we leave, we must save. Verdane, save. And that is where we leave this chapter here of this thrilling and amazing game. It's a roller coaster. It's an absolute... I don't know what to describe this game as other than insane. The mystery, the writing, the voice acting, everything about it. 10 out of 10. I actually would give it 20 out of 10. It's a thriller for the ears. But that's from here on, we take a little break until next time. We'll head to the museum next time when we get on this. Until next time, stay safe out there. And watch out for those goddamn clowns coming around bistros, blowing those places sky high. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.
Almiron. And from Matty Longstaff to Maximan. Matty Longstaff again. Oh, he's grazed the top of the bar.
He hits it brilliantly. De Gea's beaten.
Just over again. Chair.
The first set and taking this one in straight sets. Jelena Ostapenko makes her way to the net.
Oh, that knee looks okay. There's plenty of adrenaline.
Goes behind her opponent. And the match holds to begin the match. Good reply by Ostapenko.
Well, it's just a little bit of luck for that first point for Arnold.